it's been a hot minute, but your girl's back at it again with another story time, and I'm so excited to tell you guys about the story time. I don't know why I haven't told you guys, because it happened a long time ago. It was so dramatic, and it was crazy. It's crazy. I went through so much when I was a teenager because I was a crazy bitch, and I didn't listen to nobody, so yeah, I got some stories to tell you, so let's just get on into it. So this takes place when I moved to California. I was around 16. I know I was about to turn 17, so I was really excited to get the fuck out of my mom's house. I was like ready to leave. I had my shit packed already. I was already talking to one of my ex-best friends, and he was like, all right, everything's settled. Just get your ID and birth certificate. That way, you know, you have everything and you could just come live with me in California. So I was so excited. I was like, yes, bitch, I'm ready to go. So as soon as I turned 17, I was already on a plane to California. I was ready to leave. I had a best friend, or ex-best friend. I'm not going to say his name. He was gay. I think you guys know who I'm talking about, if you know. So yeah, he was like, let's just move over here. Let's fly over here and let's just, you know, follow our dreams, but it didn't work out like that. I moved in with him and I was really excited. Me, him, and another girl moved into this apartment, and we all pitched in to live together and yada yada yada. A couple weeks go by, and I had been talking to this guy on Facebook for a while now. Like, I had already talked to him. I told him I was moving to California and I was really excited to meet him. Me and him had talked. We were flirting a lot. We were talking for about like 3 months. It was off and on. It was just mainly like, okay, so when you come down here or whatever, we can meet up. And I was just like really excited, and so I liked him, so I told him, okay, well, I'm in California, let's meet up now. He was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna pick you up and we can go out to eat, and we get to know each other, maybe catch a movie. So I was like, all right, cool. So he picks me up around like 6-ish. I was really excited. I even told my friend, I was like, I'm so excited, I'm finally gonna meet him. And he was like, yes, girl, like, get it. So I was finally gonna meet him, and so he comes, picks me up, and we go out to eat. Everything was good. We were laughing, we were talking, and the only thing that was a little off is because he lied to me. I should have known from the start this was sketchy as fuck, because through the messages, we never decided to call each other. We were always texting, we were always messaging on Facebook. We never decided to like pick up the phone and call, and I don't know why, we just didn't. So when I met him, he had an accent, a really strong accent. He was Hispanic like me, but he didn't know much English, so it was like hard for him to speak English. So I was just like, just talk to me in Spanish. I mean, I know Spanish, so it'd be cool. So he was like, okay, gracias, like that's even better, blah blah. I didn't have I didn't have a problem with him, but I just thought it was iffy, because when we were messaging each other, it was really clear that he knew, you know, straight up English. I guess he just knew how to type it, not speak it. I thought he would have told me this. You know, when you meet somebody, you tell them, you know, hey, you know, I have trouble speaking your language. You know, it's just something you say. So anyways, I didn't have a problem. I just thought it was iffy. So when we were out to dinner, it was like really cool because I knew Spanish, so we were just talking Spanish, and I didn't find it that good because my Spanish isn't that well, so I know it, but certain words I don't, you know. So I was having trouble like telling him certain things, and we were like kind of not feeling it because it was like the language barrier was really hard. So I was just like, maybe we could just go to the movie now. So I wasn't trying to be rude, but I was just trying to move it along because I was kind of getting frustrating, the fact that we couldn't really talk. So yeah, so we go to the movies. He decided to take me to a movie theaters that was really, really far. I don't know why. I started noticing that we were going further and further because it said, welcome to Orange County. By this time, he explains to me, oh, I live over here. I know this area more, so I decided to take you this way. I'm sorry if it bothered you. I just assumed you'd be okay with it. So I was just like, all right, cool, it's fine, you know, whatever. You want to spend that much money on gas, go ahead. So we went to this really, really nice movie theaters. I was really excited. I was like, oh, it's really pretty. It was one of those movie theaters that had those seatings where you could lay down. It was really nice. So we were watching the movie, and the first red flag was that he was already trying to fill me up. He had put his hand on my thigh, and he was like trying to rub it, and I was just like not feeling okay with that because I'm not that type of girl. So I was like, can you not, please, thank you. And he was just like, yeah, it's cool. I just wanted to, acariciarte. He said it in Spanish. He was like, I just want to caress you, like make you feel like whatever. Anyways, so I was just like, yeah, well, not right now. Like, I'm not feeling it. The second red flag is that into the movie, I like to watch the movie. Like, I actually want to watch this movie. And I was watching it, and it had been already like 10 minutes that it started, and he was not paying attention to it. He was just staring at me and like staring at me and staring at me, and I was just like, boy, I'm about to walk out. Like, this is annoying. I'm not the type of girl to be rude, but just like respect me and I'll respect you, So he was not letting go. So finally I was just like, I want to watch this movie. Can you just let me watch the movie? And he's like, yeah, sorry. I just wanted to look at you. Sorry. And I'm just like, okay. And just moved on. By half of this movie, we were already uncomfortable with each other. He had leaned to the other side. He was on his phone. He was texting. And I was just not feeling the movie anymore because I felt like, like shit, like I don't want to be here anymore. I don't feel wanted. Like, I don't feel like this is going anywhere. We were both uncomfortable and I just wanted to leave. So I told him, I was like, can you just take me home? I'm not feeling good. So he was like, oh, see, I'll take you home. And so we get in his car and we start driving. It was quiet the whole time, and he was just like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. I just thought that's what we were on. We were on that level. Like, I thought we understood each other. And I was just like, yeah, I think you took it the wrong way. I was trying to take it slow. I really liked you, but you seemed to, be going too fast. So we started arguing. Like, it was weird. He started arguing with me. He's like, well, we never said that we were gonna date, I just wanted to talk to you. We already know each other. Like, he was trying to argue, like, with me, and I was just like, boy, like, just take me home. I'm sorry if you felt that way. Like, the fuck? I didn't know that talking to you through Facebook, we were already dating, and you just want to smash, So I was just like, just take me home. And he's like, no, I'm not taking you home. And I'm like, wait, what? He's like, I'm not taking you home. And he's like, I ain't wasting my gas to drop you off. You can find your own way home. And so he starts driving fast as fuck on the freeway. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I start freaking the fuck out. The minute it clicked in my head that he wasn't taking me home, and I was far as fuck. I didn't know where I was. I don't know how to get to the city. I lived in the city, and I didn't have no cash on me. No money. Like, I was a teenager. I was just, like, having fun, and I was a dumbass, and I didn't fucking bring my charger or anything, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be stranded in Orange County. Who the fuck's gonna drive me all the way to the city? Like, I was freaking the fuck out. So I was just like, you better drop me off or I'm gonna call the cops. He's like, what are you gonna do? They're not gonna do anything, and blah, blah, blah. Like, he was just laughing at me. So we arrived to his house. He parks outside his house. He's like, either you go inside the house with me or you stay out here and you find a way home. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what is wrong with you? I was like, what kind of shit are you on? Like, you're gonna leave a girl outside in the middle of the night? By this time, the movie had already been playing for 30 minutes or so, and we went to dinner and all that. It was late as fuck by this time. It was like 11:30, and I was like, bitch, you better drop me the fuck home, because I swear to God. And he's like, I ain't driving you home, blah, blah. He was getting off his car ready to go inside his house, and I was just like, it clicked in my head. I was like, girl, you're smarter than this. You know how to get your way out of this, and you better, think quick, because this nigga is about to go inside his house and forget about you, honey. So I was just like, you know what, ¿sabes qué? I told him in Spanish. I was like, si no me llevas a la casa, le voy a decir a tu mamá porque yo sé que vives con tu mamá. I was like, I know that you live with your mom. I was like, don't make me fucking knock on your door and wake your mother up. I was like, so don't fucking do it to your mother. I was like, drop me off or I will knock on the door because I know damn well you live with your mother. And he's like, no, cálmate. He's like, just calm down, blah, 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 blah. Like, trying to calm me down now. Like, bitch. So at this point, I realized I was actually getting, he was getting scared because I was going to wake his mother up or whatever. But he wasn't still getting in the car. He was just like, I'll give you money for a taxi, but I'm not driving you, blah, blah. And I'm like, bitch, okay, then give me the money. And he was like fidgety, like he wasn't trying to give me the money. And he was like ready to go inside the house. And I was just like, okay. And then so I clicked again in my head and I was just like, okay, I'll tell you this. I was like, si me dejas aquí afuera, I already know where you live. I was like, you leave me outside. I already know where you live. Literally, like, you're walking in your house. I know where you live. I'll just sit here and call the cops. Tell them that you took me. You won't take me back home. And I'm underage. Because I was still 16. I wasn't 17. Thank God. And I was like, so you need to tell your freaking self to get in this car because it'd be working for you. Because unless you want to go to jail, you need to take me home. And that's when he realized. He was like, wait, you lied to me? You said you were 17, which I did. I was 17. I had just, remember when I told you I moved because I had just turned 17. I had just lied to him. I told him, thank God I'm 16, like I'm not 17, blah, blah, blah. He's like, so you lied to me that you were 17? I was like, yes. I was like, I lied to you, but you need to take me home because I'm underage, so you're going to go to jail. And he's like, no, I'll take you home. I'll take you home. So I was smiling in my head. I was like laughing because I was really 17, like, but he had to take me home, bitch. Like, I was not about to be stranded. I was not about to be stranded. So finally he gets in his car. Hi, baby, say hi. He gets in his car. He's like, all right, I'll take you home. I don't want to hear about this anymore. I'm sorry, blah, blah. So he takes me home. He's like going 80, trying to take me home. And I was just like, halfway there, he still was kind of fidgety. He was like, how about I drop you halfway? Like, I'm running out of gas. I was like, you broke fucking bitch. I was like, all right, you know what? You drop me off here. Like I said, I'll call the cops. Did you forget? I will call the cops. And my phone was dead. So I was fucking playing with fire. Like, I didn't know what. Like, if he would have grabbed my phone, he would have known, like, bitch, you have no way to get home. So I was just like, anyways, I was still talking to him. I was like, you need to drop me off. You're halfway there. You fucking drop me off. So he finally drops me off. I'm getting out the car and I had a drink with me and he knew I was going to spill it because he kept looking at it. And I walked out and I had the door open and I was like, I just want to tell you, you're a piece of shit. And I threw the fucking shit all in his face and he was soaked. And I was like, fuck you. And he drives off and I'm just like, whatever. And I go in my apartment and I was crying and I told my friend what happened. He's like, girl, you he was like, girl, you could have got killed. Like, you're crazy. You cannot trust these people out here. You can't trust them anywhere. Like, that's what made me click. Like, bitch, you got to make sure you know who you're talking to. You got to make sure that you go hang out certain places that you know, places that people are at. You can't just, I was dumb and I fell for it. So thank God he didn't rape me. Thank God I wasn't stranded. Thank God somebody didn't kill me, because if I would have been stranded, you never know. So it was crazy. It was dumb. And he still hits me up. Like, he was hitting me up on Facebook, and before I lost my Facebook account, he was still hitting me up. Like, bitch, and I bet you he's watching. So hi, bitch. Hi. Like, that's so fucked up what you did. And it's fucked up because I'm sure he did it to other girls, because not everybody's gonna sleep with you, so you can take them home. Like, what kind of shit is that? So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching my story time. I'm crazy. There's more stories to come because I have so many more story times. By the time this one's up, I'm probably going to make another one, because I have stories about the time that I went to California and there was a lot of shit that went down over there. So yeah, if you like this story, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, please comment, and I love you guys so much. Adios.